Now, men are also the worst on the planet about selective hearing, right? Another thing you don't realize is maybe someone else wrote something down in place of Paul. Or, right, now, in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, he's talking about keeping a girl a virgin, or letting her marry or not. But then someone has him say in first or second Timothy, I forget which one it is, that a woman is saved in childbearing. So what are you saying, Paul? Does she have to have a child to be saved? No. A woman can be married or not have a child and still be of value to God, like you did, right? God in Isaiah addresses both a eunuch and a barren woman, right? So again, right, you're tempting God. No. Men are. And Paul's contradicting himself, right? See, that's why you don't understand, right? Now, the only person who saved us through childbearing is who? Mary, right? By having Jesus, right? We're all sinning, right? Now, Jesus did, like I told you, everything he needed to do to be the Messiah, including being with 7 women at least, who had partners, like the woman at the well, but could not get pregnant. And one man had 7 virgin daughters that did prophesy, right? See, women can prophesy too, right? Women can dream dreams too. Women can have visions too. Women can hear the Lord too, right? But from the way I was taught the Bible, they couldn't, right? That's cause being crept in unaware, unworthy of the truth, telling us a lie. They're denying that the male and female are one in Christ Jesus, and that changes his body from male to androgynous, right? Or true hermaphrodite, right? Now, if you're John and you only see his paps, right? Or mastoids or female breasts, right? If you're further interpreting the word in the English, right? Well, someone's lying to you. Especially whoever wrote the King James version of the Bible. Or is it the New King James Version? Right. It's the New King James Version. The people behind that are lying to you. Everybody writing that book are lying. They're changing the definition of the word to chest, right? Because their carnal mind can't grasp what it means, right? See, they're eliminating it because in his gospel he said Stesos. Surely Jesus can't have both bodies. He can't be 3 people in one, can he? Wait a minute, he transfigured himself. The word used there is metamorph, right? In the Greek. So obviously someone's not listening. I wonder who it is. Man or God, right? Man. Man wants to send the Satan out of envy. Ezekiel told you that. You trees envy the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, who gave us this knowledge that we can do this to each other. From Russia and Ukraine to the common criminal on the street, kidnapping some girl off the street for going somewhere in her neighborhood, right? And we never see her again, right? All of that is because of Satan, right? Teaching us the knowledge of good and evil, idiot, right? And only one of the trees mentioned is an actual fruit tree, the fig tree, right? The other two could be the body of the Lord and the body of Satan, idiot. Right. That's why you won't make that connection. Satan won't let you in his denial of it. And Sheena Johnson did point out Satan is the author of confusion. I agree with her on that, right? But are you following Jesus or Satan, Sheena, yourself, right? I'm not trying to get you back. I'm just trying to say whatever happened, it was equally your fault, right? Not just mine. We both sinned. You're supposed to tell me your personal views if you don't want sex with me anyway, right? Now, if you let a grown man pull down your pants or your shorts, right, you're letting him have sex with you if you don't say no and aren't drunk. You know better, right? You're 19. I'm 23, right? Same with Daphne, you know. If you don't want me around your daughter, right, you don't let her go wandering in there to be in the middle of the night or something where I don't know what's going on and half asleep, right? I might do something weird, but not molest her, but not molest her, right? I don't know what's going on, right? I don't expect her to be in there with me. I expect her to stay there with you, or you escort her to the bathroom to where I know what's going on if I were to wake up per chance, right? So nothing weird happens, right? And even if something weird happens, it ain't molestation right now. There's no desire for me for a 4-year-old, right? At all. I don't even, worry about that, right? Any day of the week. Nor a 16-year-old, nor really an 18-year-old, right? So that's the two legal ages I can be with in Georgia for me, for you. Like I told you, it don't mean every 18-year-old or 16-year-old I'm going to go after. See, unlike you, I usually mean what I say. You double talk. You're double-minded. You don't know the truth. You can't handle the truth. You believe a lie. I know. And God knows it. God knows it. And God being the Spirit, unless it takes the Spirit from you before your actual time, right? Or someone kills you, right? Or something kills you, like a fall or a car hitting you or something like that, or a car wreck or a motorcycle wreck or something, you know what I mean, right? Plane falling from the air, right? These things kill you, right? But not God. Right? It's funny you have to stone a sinner, right? What is God saying there? Well, I'm just trying to get you to stop sinning, right? And repent. Whether you want to or not sometimes, but if you keep doing something obviously violent and wrong, like murdering women or murdering men, right? Because women can murder men the same as women can murder. Women can be murdered too. Women can murder women, right? You can be gay, you can be straight, you can be bi, you can be celibate, right? Those are the only 4 things you can do. You could have an orgy or just be with one person or be by yourself, right? You can even jerk off with a man if you're a man. Right? You can do it in a group setting if you want. 2 or 3 men. And no one can stop you, right? You can just jerk off or have butt sex. Who knows? Two of those things I don't do at all. Right? I don't do that with another man. That's uncomfortable. In my mind, right? To even touch another man's penis is wrong. It's wrong. In my opinion. Now, I generally don't even look at your junk, right? Either. Things like that. I don't stare, right? But do you stare? If you do you consider it gay or straight? Right? Or do you lie to yourself about it? Right? Which is it? Which is it? And see, you're making the choice there, right? You make something good or bad too, right? You see all these crazy laws we're making, right? But they don't apply in reality, do they? No, right? The thing is, you can do anything good or bad you want to do. Why is that, right? You're choosing to do it. You're choosing to do it, right? Now, like I told you, I don't mind playing by the rules. The rules don't bother me, but you got to be clear, right? Like I said, is the age of 16 in Georgia or 18, right? And if a 16-year-old is interested in me, that's different, right? But I won't be messing with her until she makes the first move, right? Right? You know what that means, right? Now, if me and the girl in the salon did something, it's cause I thought the women were messing with her about me sexually responding to her while she was doing the nail job, right? I know why I would invite her into the bathroom to begin with, right? To show her I wasn't sexually responding to her and what that means, right? Or something like that, right? If I lost an hour of time, well, something happened in the meantime that I don't remember, right? And the problem is, I should remember it if I remember every other encounter I had with the woman, right? So someone somehow messed with my memory of it, too. And Jesus healed me, whatever they did, right? That's what they don't like either. Jesus is actually healing me supernaturally. Now, I can, like, yesterday I was cooking my hamburgers straight, and I got a little grease on me, right? And I kind of burnt myself, right? But that's not serious, right? Either, right? It's not going to kill me, right? But like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, if you throw me in the fiery furnace, right, I'm going to call on God and Jesus to save me, right? And I hope they will. They may or they may not, right? At the same time, right? Like they said, I mean, I don't know if God will save me from you, right? But if he does, he does, right? And again, if he don't, he don't, right? If I do go to Jerusalem and I die there for 3.5 days, you still ain't won until after 3.5 days, right? If I still resurrect, I still resurrect, right? That's when you're going to be freaked out, right? Because you're not listening to God, you're listening to Satan. And I'm listening to God and you're not, right? My job ain't to change that I can't force you. It's to tell you I can't force you to believe the truth, right? Nor God. And Satan is giving you the alternative choice to do wrong to each other in the first place. Now, to Moses, homosexuality ain't just wrong, it's an abomination. Right? Is that worse? I don't know. Right? But yeah, all it is simply is butt sex with a man. Right? Though you can also do it with a woman. Or a hermaphrodite. See, it's the hermaphrodite version you don't like, right? That confuses you the most. Because both Adam and Eve could have sex with a hermaphrodite, right? That's what's blowing your mind, as they say, right? That's what you don't want to understand, right? And so you go transgendered, you go this, you go gay, you go that, right? And God knows it, right? And while you're doing the act, you can do the act. Just as straight people can have sex with straight people, gay people can have sex with gay people. Right. I know. But how old are you? Right. Again, we go back to age appropriate sex, right? Now, it's more natural for a boy and girl of the same age to have sex than for a 52-year-old to have sex with a 16-year-old anyway, right? So I could be with a 37-year-old, right? Just not a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old. Huh. And again, if I am with one, you have to interfere with my memory of it, and I come out the salon later than normal. That's also the first time I went into that salon. And again, right, you're mad about that. Because you know you interfered with it. That's why the third time I went in, you called the police so I couldn't go back in there again and ban me from your store. Which that's fine too. I accept that too, right? I know though you're doing it because I did something with the girl. You still lying about it. All you want to lie about it. And I'm still telling the truth about it. All I can tell the truth about it, right? You can't stop me from telling the truth any more than I can stop you from lying about it. But you don't want to be rational because Satan makes you irrational. You don't want to be wise, you want to be dumb or foolish, right? So I call you a fool once in a while. Or a dumbass, or a jackass, or a jerk, or a bitch. That's what you're being, right? Some even use the N-word on each other, black and white. Right? Even black people will call another black person the N-word if they're acting all kind of crazy, right? But whatever, right? People also try not to use it anymore, even black people, right? On one another, right? That's right too, ain't it? Right. The thing though is, we all seen the word in movies growing up, right? It was even used by Nick Nolte on Eddie Murphy, right? And he knew it was part of the script, though. Nick would have never talked to Eddie that way, right? In the real world, either. It's part of a script, right? But we judge each other nicely or harshly, right? Right. If I just say it, right? So you can't do nothing if I spell Nigger. That's how you spell it, right? That's not saying it, though, is it? Or I say nigga with an A, right? You can't do nothing about that. That's not the word. That's not the word. Right. I also know not to use it on my new girlfriend. And you're not the only black girl I dated, right? But that's what the word means, right? It used to be the Portuguese word for black, but they changed it, right? How do I know? My granddaddy's, dictionary that he got with the World Encyclopedia has it in it, the word itself. Nigger. And of course, I've heard it used both derogatory and in a friendly way, too, right? Right. I know. Now, if someone's doing you wrong and they were doing you right and you call them the N-word, are you calling them the N-word because they're changing their behavior towards you? Yeah. Quit being that towards me, right? That's what you mean. Quit being a bitch. Quit being a two-face. You know we had sex on the island, right? All I did was tell you I'm one of the two witnesses of making the point, right? Same way Jesus did. Jesus even called the scribes and Pharisees names, right? He called them generation of vipers, sepulchres, tombs full of dead men's bones, right? Hypocrites, actors, liars, right? Mads, right? Dare I say, crazy themselves, right? And, yes, he did. Yes, he did. So if the Savior can use words like that, so can we. Mark said, he that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be condemned or damned, right? So if you say GD and you don't believe in God, you're damning yourself, right? So Christians, people who don't believe in God, can say GD because they're damning themselves, right? And by damning themselves, God doesn't damn us, but we can damn ourselves with God, right? And they can say GD because they don't believe in God anyway, right? Don't try to control their mouth, try to win their heart back to God, right? While they're sinning, right? So you forget that too. People gonna sin who are gonna sin, right? While we're here, we're during the tribulation period. We're tribulating each other, right? We're doing each other right and wrong the whole time, right? And we're all sinning, right? Some greater, some lesser. Now, do you think those sinning lesser and don't believe, right, are in some ways better off than those who do and still sin? Yeah, you think that way too, right? Though some men are ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, right? You can't do nothing for them either until they die, right? And then they're going to go up or down, right? Their spirit, right? The body's going back to the dust from which it was made, right? You can even burn it in cremation, right? And it go to ashes, right? Wonder where they got that idea from, huh, Peter? You wouldn't have burnt the body of the Lord, would you? With 500 of your men? Or 499 including you? Is that what you're lying about too? Y'all actually stole the body like they said, right? I don't know, right? It is one way to remove the evidence, though, right? If you burn it to a crisp, no one would recognize him, right? Like Isaiah said as well in chapter 52, right? His visage would be so marred, right? He wouldn't even look like a man, right? Or androgynous, or hermaphroditic, even if he was. And of course, men don't know that, right? Again, either, right? They don't think outside the box at everything Paul said, especially about the sacrifices being burnt outside the camp, right? Though the Lord was also crucified outside the camp himself, right? That's where I'm getting that connection. If Peter burnt the body, right? I don't know, right? But he would be burning it like a witch is burnt, right? So if people are burning witches, Peter, that's your fault too, right? Now, the witch of Endor, though, she was spared being burnt, right? Some witches are spared, some aren't, right? What does that mean to you?